All right, this one right here is more of a full system than just a quick play. Like as I'm scrolling through it, you can tell it's not focused on one move. It's really about building an entire operation around debt and how it's managed. And the first thing that stands out is how much emphasis is put on structure before anything else even happens, which is honestly where most people mess this up completely. They jump straight into trying to make money or grab accounts without having any kind of system in place. And then everything gets disorganized fast, documents go missing, nothing is tracked properly, and it just falls apart. But what this is showing is that the back end matters just as much as the front end, like having your policies in place, having your documents stored correctly, knowing where everything is at all times. Because once you're dealing with multiple accounts or portfolios, if you're not organized, you're done before you even start. Then, as I keep going, it shifts into actually sourcing debt. And what's interesting here is it's not just about finding something to buy, it's about verifying everything before you even touch it. So you're looking at ownership history, making sure there's no gaps, making sure the documentation is complete, because if that part is sloppy, it creates problems later that are way harder to fix. And that's another pattern you'll notice. Everything is about preventing issues early instead of reacting late. Now, when it gets into the data side, this is where things get really overlooked by beginners because people underestimate how important clean data is. If your records aren't consistent, if names or balances are off, if things aren't labeled correctly, it slows everything down and creates confusion. But when it's structured right, you can actually track accounts properly. You know what's active, what's resolved, what needs attention, and that's what gives you control. Then it starts getting into communication and documentation. And again, this is where most people rush. They don't document properly, they don't keep records of agreements, and then later on, they have nothing to fall back on. And in any type of credit or financial system, if it's not documented, it basically doesn't exist. That's why everything here keeps coming back to order and consistency. Even when it talks about reporting and disputes, it's not framed like something to avoid. It's more like something you prepare for with a system because disputes are normal, but if you have a process, they don't throw you off. And then toward the end, it starts tying into scaling, which is really the bigger picture because once everything is structured properly, now you can actually grow it. You can handle more volume, build better relationships, and expand without things breaking. That's the difference between random plays and an actual business. Most people stay stuck because they're chasing quick wins without building any kind of foundation. But when you focus on structure, documentation, and doing things in order, it opens the door to bigger opportunities like funding, approvals, and long-term leverage. If you want the full breakdowns, templates, and updated methods we're using, tap into the Patreon. Link is in the bio. There's a full library in there, and you get a 7-day free trial so you can go through everything first. And if you've got questions or want help putting it together, join the Discord. Link is in the bio. We're active in there. And if needed, we can guide you through it or handle parts of the process with you inside. At the end of the day, this isn't about shortcuts. It's about having a real system that actually works when you stay consistent with it.